So today we are going to propose the Kajang local plan for the sustainable development. So as the introduction, Kajang is a town in the eastern part of Selangor, in the district capital of Hulu Langat, are located 21 kilometers away from Kajang. At Kajang, they have its own rapidly new townships being developed. So the current population based on 2010 is actually more than 300,000. The vision of our local plan for Kajang is actually to produce a self-pyramid town with a higher quality of living in Kajang that make up the community, providing a healthy, productive, meaningful life for all the community residents present and also future. The plans that will be proposed, consisting of the 12 main principles, will comprise of this four plan, which is the prudent use of natural resources, effective protection of the environment, social progress, and also the maintenance of the high and stable value of the economic growth. So these are the 12 principles. Okay, quality of development, it will be actually proposed in a way that we will provide the chances for the facilities for the residents to attain the economic and also social progress. Okay, and then also at the same time will create different type of public transport and at the same time conserving the living environment. Okay, we actually plan to have the vibrant city center, which is compact mixed-use activity centers and also corridors. So where this will actually emphasize more on the public users, and then there will be no car based, means we cannot use car to actually travel around the city center. So this is the proposed development in Kajang, where we're actually going to use masjid at the center. Currently the center of Kajang is stadium, which I feel it is not really suitable, because why? Not everyone is going to the stadium every day. So at least masjid, right, people have, they pray 5 times, right, per day, so they will go. So they can actually know that the center is actually very active because many people is going there. But stadium, nobody is going to the stadium maybe around 1 p.m. or what, right? So that's why masjid center. And then this is the comprehensive land use where there's a higher population of the density at the middle of the center, where all the spaces are connected with the transit rate. And then the employment and commercial centers are also in between. Meaning to say, those staying in Kajang, they don't have to travel all the way, using the very long distance to go to their work. Okay, we will have activity area for the major community and neighborhood like that. Like currently, I have never seen that in Kajang. We also will have the corridors for the urban and neighborhood. This is actually adapted from the Canada development. They are actually doing this, but so far in Malaysia, I have not seen this. Okay, so how the new growth will be directed with the activity centers is definitely provide a concentration of the jobs and also people close to the major transit facilities, and then provide a range of housing types, furniture, and also unit sizes according to the affordability. And all of these spaces, activity centers are actually walkable and have excellent connectivity. So this will actually give us a very livable and vibrant city center where actually there's faster, distinctive, complex community with strong sense of place, where there is reinforced stability of neighborhood. Okay, second is the integrating transport and development. We are going to propose a transit-supported land use framework where actually we are going to locate higher density development and transit-supportive uses in the centers and corridors. And then at the same time, we have to ensure the design, the mixed use is actually emphasizing on the pedestrian oriented environment and also support transit, managing the traffic in the station area, particularly to reduce the pedestrian and also the vehicular conflicts. So this is the type of transit we are going to implement in Kajang, sleeping bear transit stops. So this is actually adapted from Canada as well. So meaning to say all the points are actually interconnected with each other, but we are also having the buffer, one quarter mile of buffer around the stop. Meaning to say all the green scenery are also maintained. Okay, so and then we will have the subway and also the underground metro system, where the electric passenger transport system with a high capacity. So this is actually currently being built under Kelmwari MRT from Singapore to Kajang. And then we will have the BRT, which will definitely decrease the amount of time. And then we are going to propose the train and tram system in Kajang. But then there's a very important thing that we actually need to emphasize is how to integrate, because most of the buses services, the train and also the train as well as the subway are actually controlled by the same company, but then they actually share the same component. But the question is, do they actually share the same information? Meaning to say, if let's say the train is late, so the bus do not know about it, right? So we would like to actually implement a system where the buses, the train, and the subway actually share the information. Yeah, integrated so that when the train is actually late, so the bus will actually wait a little longer for those who actually plan to use the train. So in that way, actually nobody can blame the
5 minutes.
public transport. Okay, so we're going to have the tram in Kajang because tram is different because we already have the train, right? So tram is actually the lightweight rail system. This is a train system that we are going to improve it in terms of the public transport and quality standard. And those who use bicycle, they can actually bring into their bicycle, because now if we actually go and bring our bicycle into the KTM, people will be laughing at us. Okay, so and then we have the real-time information. Currently, that information being given actually is not really up to date actually. So we are going to really improve on this. And then the tram system, something like this. Our Kajang, right? From the shopping complexes to the pedestrian and then to the pedestrian area, we will have this tram system. This is the adaptation from the Bremen best practices. So the advantage of this is low flow vehicle, ease of access, efficient service, and broad network. So this is low flow access. So it is handicap friendly and also it's very convenient. Ease of access. So anyone from anywhere can actually get access to the tram. And then efficient service is always on time. And then broad network is covering a whole part of Kajang. And then Kajang will have a Kajang Central where all the buses, train and taxis are integrated together. And then third is the minimum environmental impact with the surge in travel demand. So we are going to propose the car booking and sharing. We will say we will have a system where wherever you are, you don't have to actually use your own car. Wherever you are, you can just make a call and or maybe you can apply for the car booking, and you can actually go to the point wherever it's near to you, and then you can use that car. The concept is actually you reduce when you're actually using a car instead of owning one. So we will say when you need to use the car, then you just make a call and you can get the car. This can actually reduce the parking demand as well as reduce the cost of housing. It gives alternative to car ownership and supplement the environmental friendly modes of transport. This is actually mobility insurance in case of other modes are not sufficient. And then we are going to use the EEV, Enhanced Environmental Friendly Vehicles. So we are going to have all those buses with clean diesel buses. So make sure that they actually fulfill the EEV emission standard rate. And then clean car, which actually use the compressed natural gas, where actually 350 compressed natural gas will result in 60% decrease in the nitrogen dioxide. And then we also have the electric cars to actually reduce the energy and emission of greenhouse gases. And then is the development access, collective transport, easy interchange between all the different public transport, the buses, bicycle, and taxi. And then the cycling and walking. The bicycle should be encouraged. We have to give the cyclist rate with the priority of the cyclist, and then provide layers with a well-defined sign for the people with visual impairment. Infrastructure is in a way that the cycle parking with good bicycle rack and on-site parking racks. And then interchange bike parking, self-storage at the central station, and also the bike rack at all the regional train stops. Advantage of this is definitely it will reduce the space for the cars, better condition for walking, cycling, and public transit. And then for the disabled people, we will have the buses, which is constructed that whoever is disabled or using the wheelchair, they can actually use the bus, and for the tram. And then ease access for the tram. That's all from me.
Time's up.
Yes, Assalamualaikum. The next step is parking facilities. Parking lot should be designed to allow for user and deliveries to reach easily on site, circulate through the parking lots and exit the site. Okay, the current issue and problems that occur in Kajang is a shortage of parking and also poor parking management system. Okay, you can see here the picture show the conditions of the parking facilities in the KTM station at Kajang is cannot management very well. Okay, how we can provide sustainable parkings? we can propose a large parking area. That is, first one we can propose a park and ride system. This system facilities that designed to getting into the station to using a public transport. This system is a fully accessible parking space. And then we can propose a multi-story park. This system is a building designed for a car parking and where there are a number of floor or level on which parking takes place. This design is easier way to cater the parking demands and do not provide a large area for a parking space. And also we can provide the specialization park for handicap and also provide a parking meter systems. This system we can replicate parking rate during the weekends to encourage people to for using the public transportations. And the next term is urban design principle. This principle is the combinations of aspect of architecture, landscape, public walk, transportation system, and public arts to create dynamic urban environments. The current problem and issue in the Kajang is the street is quick confusing, and the signage and the road network were not properly designed. Also, the condition of the street are quick dark because of the lack of efficient street lighting. So we can propose to design the gateway that's the main zone of the Kajang city that would make people realize that they were entering the Kajang town. These are the samples of the design of gateway. And during the problems of lighting, we can use the high quality of street lightings that we use LED